We're going to continue with the theme of taking advice, listening to people today when chapter 20, verse 18 says, make plans by seeking advice. If you wage war, obtain guidance. Now, the wisdom writer did not urge you only to listen to advice. He directed you to seek it. Getting advice should be a way of life, not just for emergencies. But is pride or fear keeping you from an enthusiastic, wisdom-seeking lifestyle? You have an example of Paul seeking advice in Galatians chapter 2, verses 1 through 10, where he wrote, Then after 14 years I went up again to Jerusalem, this time with Barnabas. I took Titus along also. I went in response to a revelation, and meeting privately with those esteemed as leaders, I presented to them the gospel that I preach among the Gentiles. I wanted to be sure that I was not running and had not been running my race in vain. Yet not even Titus, who was with me, was compelled to be circumcised, even though he was a Greek. This matter arose because some false believers had infiltrated our ranks to spy on the freedom we have in Christ Jesus and to make us slaves. We did not give in to them for a moment so that the truth of the gospel might be preserved for you. As for those who were held in high esteem, whatever they were makes no difference to me. God does not show favoritism. They added nothing to my message. On the contrary, they recognized that I had been entrusted with the task of preaching the gospel to the uncircumcised, just as Peter had been to the circumcised. For God, who was at work in Peter as an apostle to the circumcised, was also at work in me as an apostle to the Gentiles. James, Cephas, and John, those esteemed as pillars, gave me and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship when they recognized the grace given to me. They agreed that we should go to the Gentiles and they to the circumcised. All they asked was that we should continue to remember the poor, the very thing I had been eager to do all along. Now, the lesson is Paul sought out those who had been with Jesus longer than he had to see if they had anything to add to his ministry call. That's a good example for all of us, including you, to follow as we seek wisdom. A little longer today. I beg your indulgence, and come on back tomorrow. Try to do a better, briefer job with the next Daily Taste.